Alright, y'all. Gonna be the first episode mini here on this I ain't figured out what we're gonna call it yet. We're gonna get some more people in on it. But weather's finally warming up. This idea just kinda hit me. I was sitting there laying in bed there a little bit ago, just taking a nap, had a day off from work. Kinda enjoying the weather, man. Like I said, it's warming up, springtime's rolling around here. It looks like 75, 80 degrees right now. And after a long, cold winter, I don't know about y'all, but I am more than ready to get my junk out and get everything up in shape here. Well, it's a beautiful day. Give y'all a real quick shot of what's going on around me here. It's got all the beautiful peoples of Frenchburg, Kentucky. Shout out to the 40322. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but that's where I live right now. It's not too bad a place. Quiet little run through in the middle of nowhere, not too far from Cave Run. The lake, I guess, backs up to me here somewhere. But anyway, it's a little story about myself, man. 26. I've always been an off-road enthusiast. I've had various, you name it, I probably had it or something close to it. Four-wheelers and trucks and dune buggies, and about the only thing that I've not ever had as of yet, I'm not saying I won't, but as of yet, is I've not had any kind of side-by-side because they will not do what I want them to do within a reasonable amount of money. It takes $20,000 to get the damn thing home, and another 15 or 20 to get it to go where I want it to. So that's kind of a far-fetched sort of thing for me. It's not for me. I got nothing against them. I ride with a bunch of guys, man, but they just as prone to break as everything else. So they're cool, but I like to build my stuff. Don't know, just a hobby of mine, man. Ain't nothing, no particular reason here. Give us a little walk around, get started. Man, it's nice. Been locked up in a damn house for 6 months in the winter. In the cold, seemed like it's never gonna go away. It's still coming and going though. Take a walk around here. We'll start off with my favorite ride. This is probably, no joke, probably the best vehicle I've ever had, and it's not the prettiest thing to look at, but it won't die, and it has yet to give me any problems. That, my friends, is an 03 Hyundai Accent, and it has probably been the best vehicle I myself have personally owned, as far as just something to get me back and forth to work. That's all it is. Easy on gas. My truck is not, so I drive that. That's just fun, just a little bigger car I got. Like I said, it don't cost me much to get back and forth to work in it, so pretty well pays for itself. This, you're gonna see this a lot. This is what I use to haul my shit, haul my stuff. This is see if I can get a good picture of him in here. It's bright out here, y'all. I ain't got a real good camera yet. Damn it. That is you can see it standing back there behind me. That is a 2000, it's a 2000 model. GMC Sierra 3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive, got the 6.0 in it. Just now crossed 100,000 miles. My uncle had it before I did. It had like 98 on it, 98,000 when I bought it about 6 months ago. And it's in pretty good shape, man. It's about the best one of these you see left on the road. I like it. I went truck shopping there not too long ago. I don't know. I knew he had this one, and trucks are outrageous, and it was either get this one or put another 10 grand on top of what I spend on that already to get a newer style. You got Dad's 2011 Silverado there. If you can't tell, we're Chevy peoples. Chevy peoples through and through. But let's get on to the good stuff, man. What this channel is going to be a little more about. I spend enough time working on my junk, I can make a whole other video about that. This here, though, just recently picked this up not too long ago, man. This is the third one I've had as far as the Raptors, the Yamaha Raptors go. This will be the second 700. I had a 660. Didn't have it very long. Big fan of the 700s, man. Big fan. I can't find no real faults in them. They seem to do everything I want. Plus, they run like hell, and you ain't got to work on it every time you want to ride it. As opposed to my experience with any of the 450s or anything, man, you know, any of them, they're all pretty much the same as far as the maintenance of them go. Always working on them, man. You gotta adjust valves every fucking, seems like every 2 to 3 months. So you gotta do some kind of major maintenance to it. Other than the back brakes, man, this thing will eat the back brakes off of it. You can't nothing do about it. I'm cheap. I buy cheap brake pads. eBay is my favorite supplier for things like that. Other than that, man, I can't complain. This thing, it's cherry, man. It's dirty right now. I just rode it a little bit yesterday. Got it out. Try to get y'all decent view here. I can't see it. So that is a 2008 model, and if you can't tell, see if I can swing you around here. It's getting about due for them now. But them's the original back tires, original front tires. I mean, this thing is cherry. It's 2008 model. I bought it same time I bought this truck. And it's like a brand new four-wheeler. I mean, I can't complain, man. Again, the first one I had was a 2011 model. And it was a white and red one, I believe. It was a special edition. Had the speedometer on the damn, there by the handlebars factory and all that good stuff. But it never gave me no problems either. It had a bunch of miles on it when I finally got rid of it. This one here, I'm just now getting the paint burn off of it, so I'll let you know the long-term update of how it is. But so far, it's been pretty good. Only thing I've done to it is just service it a couple times and put a set of brake pads on the back. It's still got the factory chains, sprockets, I mean the whole 9 yards. I did put got lucky and found one down the street not too long ago, right around the hill there, about, I don't know, maybe 10 miles. I mean, I couldn't have got any luckier. Guy was selling on Facebook. He'd been trying to sell it for a while, and I've been watching it. He'd been trying to sell a MSD, what is it called, like a Blaster FI or something, ignition and fuel programmer for one of these, you know, big mod everybody does. And, so that first 700 that I had, I never did anything with it. I just put some hand guards on it, some Nerf bars, and some better, I don't even think I put all 4 tires. I think I put just back 2 tires on there. And rode the shit out of it. Changed oil once in a while, and about all I do to them. But, so I got this programmer on this one, and we'll keep up with this as we go along, man. I probably ain't gonna have to do nothing crazy to it. This is my, if I get, I like to take it after work or whatever, you know, just if I don't feel like, if I don't go on no big outing, you know, a lot of times I just go piddle around, me and the old lady or something, you know, which you guys will probably get to meet her before it's all said and done, as we go along here. But there's that, man. It's pretty much stock Raptor. It ain't got nothing more than hand guards on it and that programmer. That's it. So there's that. So you've met the truck and you've met the four-wheeler. Okay, later on, let's go down the line here. Nice out here, guys. I can't even begin to express to you how nice it is today here in the old KY. Well, it's under the tarp, on the trailer here beside the house. But I'll give you a quick, see if I can give you a quick swing through of what it is. It is it's a Volkswagen rail buggy is what it is. And it's not just any junk buggy. That's definitely not it. It's not a factory, no wore out factory 1600 dual port junk with old single barrels and all that nonsense on it. No. To my best thinking, I think the only thing on that engine that's on it that is not aftermarket anyway, is the block, and it has been extremely worked on. Any of you guys that happen to run across this that fool with these will know what I'm talking about. A lot of people won't. It's one of them things you either know what I'm talking about or you don't. And meet the kitty. You see her? Come here, hateful. There you go. Kitty. But anyway, this is the cat. We like our cat. Pretty good old cat. She's been around a while. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just being silly. Let's see. Anyway, back to that dune buggy. Right. Well, it is a 2387. It's 2387 Volkswagen. It's a stroker. I believe, if I remember right, the crank, the throw on the crank, or the stroke, or whatever you want to call that, is 88 millimeter. I believe 90 is about as big as you can go. Reasonably, for our purpose, they build them bigger. We hill climb with it, play in the woods, and that's what it is. It's a woods buggy. But I believe 90 millimeters is as big as you can go. They start out 69 millimeter, so that gives you an idea how much difference there is. You got to do a lot of cutting and machining and a lot of clearancing, things like that. Any of you engine builders out there. This thing is kind of ties in with what I was talking about with the razors just not being my cup of tea, man, or any of the side-by-sides. This thing here is it fell right in line with my progression to liking, to being an off-road enthusiast. That's what I like, man. I wait all winter long to get my stuff back out, and that's all I do. I work on it, wrench on it, blow all my money on it. I pay my bills and work on my junk, and that's about the extent of what I do. Sometimes I forget to buy food because I need a spark plug or whatever it may be. But it's all in good fun, man. I have a big time with it, man. It's a big hobby. Dad gets into it with me, and we tear a lot of things up. We've been all over this state riding. Planning on venturing out a little more, man. I wouldn't mind to. I don't know if I'd want to drag a dune buggy and drag the damn. I don't even know what you call it. Drag the S10 I've got, which y'all ain't seen that yet. Drag him, the big things that far, but I wouldn't mind throw a four-wheeler in the bed of the truck and go further, venture out places I've not been. But there's a lot of places to ride around here, in Kentucky. God, you could spend all summer long never ride the same place if it's what you want to do. I ride a lot of the same place, a lot of times, because good place to ride over in a couple counties away, and it's just there's real good riding within earshot of me. So. But anyway, back to the Volkswagen for the second time that I can't seem to stay on. Anyway, moral of the story is I would imagine, and I don't know this to be a fact, but I would say if you built a Chevrolet motor or a Ford motor or whatever, if you built something along the same lines to the same level that this Volkswagen's been built, you would probably be competitive in the NHRA. Because I'm telling you, it's a bad bitch. And then Volkswagens, they really come to life when you start putting, more or less, rod bearings and pistons and rods and you know, big ratio rockers and parts to them that were the same spec as Chevy parts. And I mean, Jesus, it's got like, it's either 1.4 or 1.5 rockers, ratio rockers on there. I don't remember. It's been a couple years since we put it together. I don't remember what all's been put in it, but I mean, just imagine it's got twin 45 millimeter DeLordos on there. Which is carbs, you know. It's got a damn MSD box, a dry sample system with an external, reservoir for that. Electronic ignition, a big set of heads. I forget what they're called now. Anyway, needless to say, it's there when you want it. We'll just leave it like that. I don't know what the direct number is, but I would say we're at the 200 horse mark, guessing, just by the way it feels. You know, it's a light buggy. It may weigh, I'm going to say, about 1,400 to 1,500 pounds, somewhere in that range. It's a two-seater, single handle cutting brakes, got disc brakes all the way around. Everything that we, you know, down to the brake rotors have been lightened and drilled, and the CV joints were race prepped. It's got a six rib transmission in it, which that's the next big venture as far as the next step up for mods go. There's more motor than there is transmission, and it's geared too low for the horsepower it's got. And what happens is it just likes to spin. Even with a brand new set of Firestones that have been cut down. Hell, it's got lugs that deep on it. You know, inch and a half, I don't know what they are on bead locks. But even with the air pressure let down to 1 to 2 pounds, it'll still just blow them plumb off. You know, it'll dig trenches right where it sits if that's what you want. It's like a 6-putt clutch in it. I mean, you can just imagine, it's a race car, is what it is. If you guys have ever seen was it Street Outlaws, or got that damn the dung beetle, that turbo beetle? Well, kind of along the same lines as far as power output or engines, except theirs had a turbo and it was set up more for the street, where this one's set up for bottom end, you know, where you can let off of it and come back into it, so way you can control it. You can't control them ones you gotta hold at 10,000 RPM. You can't do nothing with it. You can drive it. But anyway, so there's a couple things, man. Gonna dive a little deeper into this video, man. I ain't even told my buddies I'm gonna get on this yet, but they got all kind of stuff. You know, hell, there's Malibus and Trans Ams, Camaros. I mean, you're gonna probably see a little bit of it all, man. This is what I like to do. It's what we play with, man. We like to break stuff. Spend all week at work, just tear it up on the weekends. So I don't know, man. Like I said, summer's rolling around. I just bought a, yeah, that's what I was wanting to tell you. Just bought earlier last week, or last weekend, I guess. Just got it on Monday. In a week. I bought a '89 model S10 4.3 auto body motor in it. It's on 33 1250s. Been much more than blocks and torsion bar cranked up, or what's been done to it, but it sits up pretty good. It's wore out. I'm making a rock crawler out of it. That's what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'd say I'm going to end up going like kind of the truggy route, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It'll develop a little bit at a time, because old poor boy Customs here, you know, I got to do things $2 at a time, or that it just won't get done. Plain and simple, it just will not get done. So I just brought it home, like I said, Monday. Adjusted on the valves a little bit. It's got, like, if the dash is even right, I have no idea. Probably not. But according to the dash, it's got 256,000 on it or something. So y'all can imagine what kind of gem this is. I didn't give hardly anything for it. But the reason I wanted it is because of the ease of, you know, swapping in V8. You know, I'll probably end up putting a 350. Works got one. He's got a throttle body 350. I don't know how many miles is on it, but he wrecked the truck that it's in, and he's gonna go ahead and pull it out and put this 6-liter in it that he's been building for it. So there's kind of the plan with that. Hopefully I can buy this 350 because it'll be a pretty direct swap. I don't think much is gonna have to change other than the motor mounts. I believe everything. I mean, he's got the ECM for it, different chip in it. I don't know the exact details of it. Hell, it's probably one of them old junky ass jigs, chips or something. But as long as it runs good in his truck. So I'm sure I can make it run in mine. Anyway, the S10's got a 5-speed. It's one of them, I don't remember the code on it. It's one of them long, wide ratio bastards, I'm sure. One of them funky ones that you can't find that are geared too damn high and made very complicated, but I don't remember the name of it. It's not an MV3500, I don't think. I could be wrong. I've not crawled under it. But either way, I'll probably keep it in there. Probably keep the rest of it. I'm gonna work on the 350 first, man. That 4.3's wore out. Just imagine it runs, but about all it does. It ain't got no power, and the oil pressure sits pretty low. Sits probably around 10 pounds or so once it gets hot. It goes up and down, but it's a little low at idle, and it's got a lifter slapping that I adjust the rockers on it a little bit and got it quiet down got it where it sounded okay. I mean, it's runnable, don't get me wrong. It probably outlast longer than what I think, but that's the game plan with that, man. And eventually putting a solid axle up under the front and welding the rear end. So y'all gonna get to see that one come along. I wish I'd documented the rail buggy build back when we built that, because that was a fun project. Learned a lot. But guys, I'm gonna check out for now, and I'll get back with you. I'm planning on going painting my S10 up. I'll probably start another video, do a little update as I go. You know, this is just the introduction video, man. You know, hell yeah, you never even know. You may even see me holding no guitar, sing a little bit or something. You never know. I'm into everything, man. It's about time to go fishing. I'm gonna have some fun on this channel, man. There ain't no rules about it. Ain't nothing about it. I'm not trying to show you how to buy and sell and trade and get rich overnight and none of that old bullshit they come up with. I ain't trying to goddamn make a fortune, bulls. I'm just trying to have a little fun and I don't know, maybe show somebody how to do something. You know, I like doing that. Show them something that somebody else showed me, I guess would be the way to say it. But we're gonna build this little S10 probably on a budget. I've got like $630 in it right now. That's counting the paint and getting it here. So I'm thinking I can have it up and ready to go for probably roughly two grand, I would say. Guessing. I got some tubing work, you know, some exoskeleton work to do on it, and build some roll bars and things like that. Keep from getting killed when I roll it off of something. But other than that, man, I'm not gonna go too wild. I just want to make something that works and something that's reliable, something that I can beat on. But other than that, man, you know, you've kind of seen there's another 4-wheeler Dad's got over at the grandparents' house. It ain't probably much. You'll probably see it at some point, but it ain't nothing too grandiose. You know, it's just like a 06 or an 07 Yamaha Kodiak 450. Good bike, been a good bike. I ain't never had no problems out of it. I'd recommend that to anybody looking for just a, you know, not a great big 4-wheel drive 4-wheeler, but just one, you know, a normal one, not a damn 1000 or nothing crazy like that, you know. Been a good bike, can't complain about it. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna go in the house here and get changed, and I'm gonna go start on painting this thing up, paint it black. I'll start with black. We've nicknamed it Bimpy. I'll give you some more details on where that nickname come from, but if you really want to know, Google Cards Against Humanity. That's what it's called. It's a game. Cards Against Humanity, and then Bimpy. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a pretty creative nickname, I thought. I'm not going to be too crazy vulgar on this video, but I'm going to leave it up to you. But for now, guys, rock out. Signing off for the day.